That's the one.
Yeah.
Good luck, bro. What is up, team? Hope everybody is doing well, staying safe, and keeping away from the Rona. So, as per usual, get a few things sorted here. A little background music rolling. And we'll get the show on the roll. So, over the weekend we had a few heavyweight dust-ups. But first things first, we'll get a link in the chat for anybody who may like to join the live panel. Give me a sec here, I'll get that sorted. We'll get into some reviews for the weekend and then some news after that. Link to join live panel. Putting that to the top for y'all. Boom. That's done. Better get in the chat myself just in case anyone rolls in. And I am in there. Alright, so over the weekend, firstly, the enigma of Christopher. Well, I'll call him Christopher the Enigma Lovejoy for now. Is no longer a enigma, right? He looked not too bad, considering we haven't really seen much besides training videos of this dude. Quick sound check. Enigma. There we go, we're all good. And the first round was really low volume against Manuel Char. The Boxing Lounge in the house. What's up, Tommy? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, he looked okay. They were probing, checking each other out. Looked like Manuel Char was just checking him out. You could possibly even give the first round to Christopher Lovejoy, but didn't take long in the second round before Lovejoy got caught with the right hand, caught with a couple of jabs coming forward from Manuel Char. Lovejoy tried to throw a right hand in anger and got caught with the right hand and a left hook. Went down. It didn't look like it was that hard. He went down to his knees, didn't beat the count, collected his paycheck, and he can go back to trying to build himself on social media again. I don't think he'll be getting a payday like that for a little while, so I hope he got paid reasonably well. But it's no longer an enigma. He's not a world level fighter. He can't even be competitive with somebody like Manuel Char. You're in the wrong game, man. You're in the wrong game. But anyways, Christopher Lovejoy, no longer an enigma. We also had a fairly local dust up down here between unbeaten southpaw prospect Dempsey McKean and the number 4 heavyweight here in New Zealand, behind Joseph Parker, Junior Far, Hemiahio. Then there's Kiki Toaleotali, who's a 6'4" orthodox fighter. Prior to this fight, he was 6-0 with 2 draws. One of the draws was to 7'2" journeyman Julius Long. I'm just gonna find out who the other draw was too, so give me a sec here. Yeah, Julius Long. The Julius Long draw was a draw over 6 rounds. And where's this other draw? The other draw was his first fight, and that was against Daniel Tai, who it was a majority draw. That one, it was over 4 rounds. Daniel Tai is a very tough character. ex-kickboxer. Basically, he comes from a Muay Thai kickboxing family, and he's taken up boxing. He hits hard. He's very muscular, short, stocky. Junior Farr fought him for the I think it was Junior Farr. Yeah, I think it was Junior Farr fought him for the New Zealand NZPBA title at one stage. But anyways, this Kiki Toa-Latali, I haven't actually seen a full fight of his. He hasn't fought on TV that I know of. I think he fought on a Shane Cameron show at one point, but I did miss it. But I expected Dempsey McKean to basically beat this guy up and stop him, but he had real trouble with him. The scorecards on that fight, I think it was 8-2 and 9-3. 2 times 8-2 and 1 times 9 8-7-3, sorry. So 98-92 twice and 97-93 once. And post fight, Liatali seemed to think he'd done enough to win the fight. So I haven't actually seen it. Hopefully I'll catch a copy of it at some point. But yeah, maybe a little bit of a woeful performance from Dempsey McKean, who's ranked in 2 sanctioning bodies, having the Asia Pacific, I think it's the Asia Pacific title he's got, or the Oceania, WBO Oceania title or something like that. He shouldn't be struggling with guys like Kiki Toa-Latali. But anyways, Dempsey McKean, where to next? He reckons he wants to be out again in July. Fight Junior Farr. That's a good fight. Why not? We also have coming up in the near future, I think it's in June, Justice Hooney, up and coming Australian 6'4" prospect who will be going to the Olympics. Is taking on Paul Gallen, who knocked out Lucas Brown recently. I would have thought Paul Gallen would have had a better chance against Dempsey McKean, but realistically, from McKean's point of view, I don't think that's the kind of fight he wants. He wants to aim towards a title, so we'll see what happens down the track. But we have unrivaled boxing talk in the house. How are you today, Mark?
I'm doing good, brother. How are you? I've got a few minutes, man. I figured you would love a jump on.
Sweet. Thanks for popping in. So yeah, just talking a little bit about that Dempsey McKean and Kiki Toa-Latali fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't actually seen it. I've seen the results and whatnot, and seen a few videos of what people thought of the fight. Did you see it yourself?
I did.
He
was very poor.
Dempsey
very
was
poor. Very poor. He was getting tagged up on the inside, couldn't keep his length, was struggling, was having to tie his opponent up, doesn't really have a good clinch game. The way I look at it, man, I heard you say Junior Farr, yeah?
Yeah.
He's food for, I don't rate Farr, but he's food for Farr. He's food.
Wow. Judging on that performance, by the sounds of it, I'd probably agree with you.
Even the Jonathan Rice performance, man, he got bailed out with a lucky blow.
He was lucky, alright. He was lucky not to get knocked out at the end. But yeah, I don't know where he should go next based on that performance. He needs to take a step back and improve some of his game.
Lucas Brown.
Give him some confidence. But shit, if he gets
give
caught,
him some money down under too.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Lucas Brown's running out of choices too, the way he's going. So maybe that will be next. Maybe. But I expected him to be able to take care of Liatali pretty easily. When I heard it went the distance and Latali got a few rounds off him, I was like, oh, bro, take a minute, sort your shit out.
I personally think, look, man, a lot of people just say, "Oh yeah, Dempsey deserved to win," but they weren't sitting there with an actual scorecard, writing it down round per round, right?
Yeah.
And there was a lot of scrappiness in the rounds. I thought Latale won. I thought he beat him.
Wow. Okay, well, I'm going to have to watch this fight because I did hear in the post-fight comments Leotali thought he did enough to win as well, so... Wow, that's not good news for Dempsey.
Let's go to 6-4, John.
Okay. 6-4 to Latali. Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
I thought he won rounds 1 and 2. I think 4, 5, and 6, and 8.
Wow. Okay. That's just bad news for Dempsey. So,
and I gave some swing rounds to Dempsey there too. But I thought Latali clearly won like 4, and then 2s were swings, and then the rest were pretty much swings for Dempsey. Like you could only give him 2 rounds legit.
Wow. So it could be 8-2 Leotali. That's massive.
Could be 8-2, could be a draw, could be 6-4. Genuinely, it could be like that.
Wow. Well, we'll just have to wait and see what he does next. So, but there was a few other heavyweight fights over the weekend. I didn't pay attention to the Christian Hammer fight. I knew that was going to be a blowout. I had a quick look at the Victor Vickhurst fight, but that was pretty much expected to be a blowout. His opponent's was pretty old, wasn't he? So.
Yeah, Piacek. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old Polak who. Yeah, he just got
Polak got Polaxed.
He got rinsed, my brother. He got rinsed.
And the main event of that one was to be expected as well.
Wow.
But
special fight.
Special fight. The Enigma is no longer an Enigma. I'm calling him the fraud.
It was a special fight, John. And in my personal opinion, I'm gonna put it out there. I think it was quite literally the worst fight of 2020. Putting it out there.
Just about can't argue with you there. I'm just trying to think of anything worse, and I'm having trouble.
No matter how terrible or boring a fight is, this fight was a tragedy. It was a tragedy. This man was crying in the ring, throwing tantrums, getting hit by a man with a big scar on his chest. Fell down. Got up, started whining and crying, and swung his arm in a hook like, you know, when a baby doesn't get what he wants. He's like, did that. I mean, got dropped, couldn't make it to his feet, and then the winner tried to do a cartwheel and failed. I mean, everything about the fight was just abysmal. It was abysmal, man.
The thumbnail I got up for this video was when Lovejoy went down the first time. He looks like he's in a bit of a precarious position in front of Manuel Chow right there. Maybe he should have stayed there.
let me have a look. Let me see the thumbnail. I haven't checked. Okay, hold on. Big Boys Boxing. Subscribe, fellas. Subscribe to Big Boys Boxing. Let's have a look. Right, hold on, John. I'm sorry.
There's a little one.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Bro, you wrong for that, John.
Oh, it's the only one I could find. I didn't record the fight and couldn't take any screenshots, so that was what we got.
There we go, my guy. There we go.
But yeah, no longer an enigma. What's he gonna do now? Is he gonna still be calling out all these big names, or is he gonna try and get?
He called out Wilder today.
Oh, you're joking. After that,
I want to see it.
Maybe he should fight Dempsey McKean. I don't know.
No, bro. Dempsey will wreck him. Dempsey's no good, but he's way better than Dib.
Yeah.
You see this guy fight, bro? Oh my god. I can only imagine who he was fighting against to get a 19-0 record, bro.
Well, they had to all be at least half his size for him to be able to win, I think. But
had to have all been fixed fights.
That first round though, you know that training clip of him in the Mayweather gym where he looked like absolute arse trying to throw punches. His excuse was, I don't want to show anybody what I've got because then I can't ambush them, sort of thing. But I thought he looked better than that training video in the first round. That's saying something.
He bit every feint, John.
He did.
He bit every feint. He kept no guard proper. He was straight on the line. His feet were square.
To me, he was standing there trying to throw his jab and the odd right hand, but it looked like he was thinking to himself, I hope you've written out my check already. That's all he seemed to be worried about, in my opinion. But, yeah, it's over for Lovejoy. Nobody will be talking about him anymore, so see you later.
What a great fight. What a great fight.
Yeah. But this Showtime card that happened over the weekend had no heavyweights on it, but I'm going to talk about it anyway because I thought it was a freaking good card. The fights on it, you know, most of them weren't really high level or anything, but they were real competitive.
3 wars. Just 3 wars.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. Thoroughly enjoyed the card. And the main event, I hadn't done an official pick that I'd put on YouTube, but my friend Hannibal and I were talking about betting and whatnot for that fight, and from the start I was saying, I think Figueroa is going to win it, you know. Everybody seems to be underrating what he can do. Yeah, he's high volume, but he can also punch. So I chucked a little hedge bet on Figueroa by knockout, and it came through, luckily, because my multi-bets shit themselves with that guy, what's his name, Steve Collette, losing by split decision. I should not bet on fighters I don't know much about. Did you see that fight, that Collette fight? Or Clegette or whatever?
Steve Clegette?
Yeah.
The Canadian? No, I didn't actually see it, and I don't want to. I don't like watching Steve Clegette fight. Awful fighter.
Yeah. Well, that was the only one that didn't come through on my multi-bet, and I don't get much.
Oh, God.
Piss me
I would
right
never
off.
put any money on Clegette, man. Never put money on Clegette.
Well, I learnt my lesson. I thought I'd done a bit of research because it was a rematch, the guy that he was fighting, and I think the guy he fought has been knocked out twice since the rematch, and I thought, okay, he should be able to win this one. Nah. Pissed me right off. But, yeah, Lewis Neri and Brandon Figueroa. Did you pick Neri or Figueroa in that fight?
I originally was plumping with the draw, but changed my mind to Neri. To be honest, I didn't really know who would win. I felt as though Figueroa could win, but I wasn't 100% sure because he had neither Neri or himself were fully proven. Like, Figueroa hasn't fought the best level of competition, and Neri only had one fight at 122. And Neri, known as a big puncher and how skinny Brandon is, I thought maybe he could stop him. Yep. But also at the same time, I thought Figueroa could make Neri work a whole lot and tire him out and get him out of there. So I wasn't sure on the fight at all, to be honest. I just took a guess.
Yeah.
So I didn't really know. I did win money on it, though, on a bet, because I liked the odds.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was when I jumped in, it was during the Ramon fight that I figured out that my multi-bet hadn't come through, so I thought, shit, I better go and chuck a hedge on somewhere to try and cover my ass. And I went to go and chuck it on, and it was paying 6-1 when I first jumped in there, and I was like, oh, just have a look at some other methods of victory. Had a look at some others. 2 minutes later, I came back, and it was down to 450. So, oh, shit. Throw it on now before it drops anymore. So, managed to get something out of it. But it was a true 50-50 fight, I think, prior. I think anybody picking either guy by knockout would have been legit. I didn't think that it would go to points. I think if it was going to go to points at all, it would have been Figueroa because of his volume. But I think it was that volume and the work rate that got to Neri, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Do you think he actually?
And, it's not just the volume. I'm gonna say something, and maybe you'll disagree, but there was a whole host of shots that Figueroa landed where he should have been disqualified eventually at some stage during the fourth 4 or 5 rounds because he kept holding on to Neri's head and punching him. The referee never warned him once.
He did warn him once. Oh, am I thinking of another fight? No, I'm thinking of another fight.
Nah, he did warn him once, but it wasn't for that. You see, if you rewatch that and you pay attention, you'll see Neri gets his head grabbed by Figueroa with his right hand. and he starts just smacking him in the side of the head with the left constantly. Referee just allowed it to happen. That's very illegal.
I did notice in the 7th round, Neri was starting to complain a bit about a few things, wasn't he? I hear people saying that he was looking for a way out, but I think there may have been some legitimate claims to complaints at the same time. But I also see a few people saying, he took a dive and wanted a way out after that body shot. But what's your opinion on it? Do you think he took a dive because he was getting fouled too much, or he was actually just getting hurt, or what are your thoughts?
I personally just thought that the bully got bullied, man. In all honesty, I don't mind if there's fouling involved myself or anything like that. I just looked at it like this dude got bullied. He's normally used to bullying people. He was in there with a bigger guy. He got outworked. He got out hustled. He couldn't take it, and he got stopped. And anyone saying that he quit, he got lifted off of his feet with that body shot. He literally came off the ground.
Yeah.
So yeah, Figueroa kind of won a perfect body punch, man. Great shot.
Yep. And like you say, a bully got bullied to a degree. You can complain to the ref when there are fouls and whatnot, but at the same time, you still got to fight to the ref. If the ref's not pulling up the dirty shots, throw some dirty shots on yourself. That's how it works. Otherwise, you're just going to lose, right?
Exactly, man.
So, pretty interesting weekend. But, I thoroughly enjoyed it. We've got Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor next weekend. That's going to be a great fight as well. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully I'll get into some predictions for that a little later on in the week. You're looking forward to it, of course, as well, aren't you, Mark?
Huh?
You're looking forward to Ramirez and Taylor the weekend?
John.
Crazy to ask.
Is that a rhetorical question, man? Come on. Like, am I looking forward to the Undisputed Championship of the World at 140 pounds between two mid-range, counter-punching, aggressive motherfuckers? Come on, man.
Hell yeah. All right.
Fight of the year is written all over it. Fight of the year is written all over it.
Have you got a pick yet? You don't have to say it yet because you save it for your channel, of course.
I have a pick. Making it's out of bias. I normally never say that because I'm never really emotionally invested in fighters, but I'm being biased. If you want to ask me to use my brain, I'll tell you Ramirez is going to get this on a controversial decision on points, but my official prediction will be Taylor. Yeah. Taylor knockout. Round 11.
Knockout, okay.
To the body, the liver.
Yep. I'm still tossing up. I'm looking at some footage, but at this stage, I'm looking at Taylor as well. I'm not sure if it'd stop him just yet or not, but he's pretty sharp. Ramirez can be a bit loose, but he's got bloody heavy hands if he lands on you. So it's an interesting fight for sure. But yeah, I'll get into my prediction later on in the week. But I guess the big news for today, we should get into it. I've got a video from Tyson Fury here. I'll just play it out and make some comments after. So here we go.
Hey there, Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. Got some massive news for you all, guys. I've just got off the phone from Prince Khalid of Saudi Arabia. He told me this fight's a 100% on. August 14th, 2021, summertime. All eyes of the world will be on the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And I cannot wait, repeat, cannot wait to smash Anthony Joshua on the biggest stage of all times. This is going to be the biggest sporting event ever to grace the planet Earth. Do not miss it. All eyes on us. Peace out. God bless. See you all in Saudi! Yes! Get it.
There you go. Did you hear that, Mark?
I've seen it a few times, listened to it a few times. Yeah. Tyson pretty much confirming August 14th. We'll let the promoters give their official announcement, but it's pretty much set, John.
Yeah. I see pretty much everyone's dropping videos on it. I know everyone's excited about Undisputed, but myself, I am excited about it. Don't get me wrong, but to me, this is the same stuff that Eddie's been saying for the last 3 weeks. It's going to happen. It's going to be on the 14th of August, and it's going to be in Saudi. So I'm just waiting for the official announcement, and hopefully maybe we'll get a couple of announcements for what's going to be on the undercard. Not too far behind that, but it looks like August 14th, 2 days after Tyson's birthday, he's going to be taking on Anthony Joshua in Saudi Arabia. So we're finally going to get to see Undisputed at heavyweight for the first time since, 1999? Something like that. And Lennox lost. So let's get it. I'm looking forward to it, and that's about all I've got to say for now. Anything to add there, Mark?
Look, historical fight. Sit back, enjoy the ride, and try and make as many Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua videos as you humanly can, so you too can gain thousands of subscribers over the next 3 months.
Indeed. Let's get it. Any suspicions about what may be on the undercard as yet?
No, not a clue. Not the faintest of ideas. Not anything. I don't know a damn thing.
Yeah, what are we? Middle of May, June, July, August. So we got at least 3 months. Around about 3 months.
I think we may get Bivol versus Azurdo.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Bivol versus Canelo at 168. So, oh, come on.
On the Canelo on an undercard, come on, man.
Yeah, dreaming. More likely to get Parker Chisora rematch on there. So, we'll see. Maybe Dillian White will get on there against somebody, but I don't expect him to be taking on anybody too competitive after his last unnecessary fight against Alexander Povetkin, the first one, and messing up what he was setting himself up for. So we'll see what happens, but I am looking forward to it. Any other fights on the Taylor Ramirez card that you're looking forward to? I haven't even looked at the undercard.
I thought I saw something that was pretty cool on there the other day. Let me just make sure. Because I know on the Nonito card there's a great fight on there. Yeah, so Elvis Rodriguez is a prospect. He's taking on Kenneth Sims Jr. That'll be fun. Zapata versus Hank Columbia is crap. Let's be real. But look, at the end of the day, I don't care about the undercard. This is on regular ESPN for the Americans. You know what I mean? Yeah. An undisputed title fight. So they don't have to deliver a good undercard.
No, fair enough too. I mean, at this stage, there's only 3 fights on there. I'm sure there'll be a couple more that'll jump on there during the week. But basically, free to air. Good on you, Bob Aaron. Good on you, mate. Where's it going to be on in the UK? Is it going to be on Sky Sports over there?
Fight TV. Oh, yeah, TV. UK, Sky Sports, BT. Nobody picked it up. It's on Fight TV.
Oh, are they mad? They're asking too
much. I've no idea what's going on, man. They picked up Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul on pay-per-view, but they won't pick up Taylor Ramirez for Undisputed.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Mind you, I guess maybe the more casual boxing fans don't really understand what the fight's about. It's just 2 little fellas getting it on. So
far as fights go, of fights made, this is the most important fight that's taken place so far this year.
Man, how many undisputed fights may we have this year? There's a few.
Well, we've got 2 fully guaranteed, one that looks very likely, and then we could end up with 4.
Yeah.
So Canelo versus Plant would be the 4th, right?
Yeah.
Fury versus Joshua, that's pretty much a go. The other 2 are already done in Charlo Castaño and Taylor Ramirez. And for anyone who doesn't grasp the severity of this, during the 4-belt era of boxing, we in total so far until this day right here, we have seen 3 unifications to become undisputed. Hopkins versus Oscar.
Yep.
Crawford versus Ndongo. And Usyk versus Gassiev. This year we already have 2, looking like 3, maybe even 4. Anybody out there who turns around and says, yeah, but we don't have Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. is this is quite literally, and Jono, you've been watching boxing for years, I've been watching for years. It's one of the biggest years we've ever had, as it stands.
Maybe
it's huge.
Maybe COVID was a blessing in disguise to hold everything up for a while, and then it's just bang, they all come at the same time.
Yeah, because now they have to deliver the product to get the sport back on the map. Because if they don't, people will drift to MMA, and they know this.
Yeah,
they know this.
Has Beterbiev got 3 belts at light heavy? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
He's got the IBF and the WBC. Evil has the WBA Super, and Joe Smith Jr. has the WBO.
Oh, I forgot about Joe Smith Jr. Okay, so we're probably not likely
And
going.
From what I know, they're going to do Joe Smith Jr. versus Beterbiev in October.
Okay, so there's a possibility we could get undisputed at light heavyweight possibly early next year or something. I don't think they'll get it in.
I don't know, but we'll at least have a 3-belter.
Yeah. So that's still a damn good fight. Beterbiev versus Joe Smith Jr. That sounds like real fun, man.
That just sounds like blink and you miss it.
Yeah. So, wow, what a year. We could have up to 5 undisputed champions in the next 12 months from now. Awesome. Let's get it.
I mean, if you really wanted to, you could get Tiafimo versus Haney, and you could end up with 6.
6. That's huge for the 4-belt era. We're heating up here, man. We're heating up. Let's get it. Let's get it.
I mean, there's no reason not to, man. I mean, at 160, that's a segregated division, okay? But, like, let's say 126, get a tournament going, boys. Get a tournament at 122. I mean, actually, 122, we could have an undisputed champion next year as well. Because don't forget, Figueroa has the WBC and the WBA regular, right?
Yeah.
But he's taking on, he's going to be taking on Stephen Fulton next year, right?
For that 1 belt, yeah.
Well, in September for the WBO, and he'll have 2 belts. The winner of that versus Ahmed Aliev. Ahmed Aliev says he'll fight them. Hearn says they'll make the fight. We haven't heard anything from Figueroa, but Stephen Fulton has said he'll fight Ahmed Aliev if he beats Figueroa.
Yeah. I think Figueroa would be pretty confident he could beat Stephen Fulton after his performance last night, but
I would put a lot of money on Fulton.
Yeah?
Schools him.
Just the technique. You don't think the volume's going to be too much trouble for him?
Fulton has more volume.
Okay.
He's faster. He's got better skills. Has better feet. Knows how to use his jab. Physically stronger. Way fitter.
He's bigger than
I Figueroa won't be able to deal with him. He's a different animal. That dude's an amazing fight.
I've only seen him fight once, I'm being honest, so I can't judge too much. But yeah, I want to see it and see how it goes. It's gonna happen next. Apparently, both guys are keen. So more moves. September.
More unification.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the lower weights, we're gonna have Chocolatito versus Estrada 3. That's being forced. Then in the meantime, the WBC belt is gone vacant, right?
Yeah.
Rungvisor is gonna fight Quadras for that shit. I mean, come on, man. We have like Ubali Daenerys in only a couple of weeks. Haney versus Linares. I mean, on the undercard of Ubali Daenerys, you have a top tier fighter in Jukumboyev, who I picked to be a future world champion, taking on Subriel Matias, who killed Maxim Dadashev. Both guys have a body on the record, one in the pros and one in the amateurs. That fight has brain damage written all over it.
In a good way.
Maybe not in a good way. Maybe in it somebody could die going away.
Well, yes. That's not good, but fan entertainment wise, man, that's massive. It's gonna be fun.
Well, for sickos like you, Jono.
Yeah. Yes, it's gonna be fun.
But so, yeah, man, as a boxing head, as a degenerate, all I can say is this year promises to be special. And anybody out there shitting on boxing by the end of this year, can just shut the fuck up if we have all these fights. Just shut the hell up.
Amen, brother. Amen. Amen.
Because, bruh, if boxing delivers undisputed at heavyweight, undisputed at 154, undisputed at 140, undisputed at 168, 3 belt unifications, 2 belt unifications, pound for pounders fighting each other, you need to shut the hell up.
Yep. Just enjoy the ride. Keep your mouth shut. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. All good. Alright, so I guess that's about our wrap up for the day, and I will be back later on in the week with some predictions for the weekend and some more talk about potential fights in the future. If you haven't already, make sure you get over to Unrivaled Boxing Talk, subscribe to his channel. Lots of great content, lots of knowledge. And if you're a gambler, make sure you watch his prediction videos. He does pretty good picks and does pretty well in prediction leagues, don't you, mate?
Yeah, 88% conversion rate.
Ooh, there you go.
Not bad. Not bad.
Alright, Mark, thanks for dropping in. Any final words before we go?
Nah, just God bless you, God bless the family, God bless to everybody in the chat. If you're listening on archive, make sure you subscribe here to Big Boys Boxing. Make sure you hit the like button, and see you all on the flip side, fellas.
Alright, folks, that's us for today. So we'll catch you next time. Peace. Well, team, that brings us to the end for today. Hope you've enjoyed. Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you have, and subscribe to the channel not to miss future content. Now, if you'd like to get more involved with the channel, I do a lot of stuff over on Discord at the Big Boys Boxing Discord server. You can join through the invite link that's in the description of all my videos, or you can come to the main channel page and hit this Discord icon that's up here on the right hand top side of the channel. It will take you to here. This is the Big Boys Boxing Discord general boxing chat section. As you can see, we post news, talk about boxing. We also have some other avenues here. We have live fight links, where I drop links to fights within 24 hours of them screening. We have the Fight Night Gym up there as well. That's just where we talk strategies and tips and things for Fight Night Champion. And we also have fight replays. I drop the odd replay there. You want to come back and watch fights, but here is the live panel. This is where the panel members on YouTube on my lives come. If you want to join in a panel, you can come here, click on it, and you're in. See the green rings around my avatar? It means it's working. Down the bottom here is your mute. If you unmute at any time, no more green rings. And over here is the hang up button. This is noise suppression. But yeah, the hang up button to get out of there. Boom, and you're out. Also down here we have live fight streams. Got 2 channels there. We do stream live fights there. You can come and watch them there. I've also got the Fight Night Gym. The gym members on Fight Night Champion, quite often we come in here, use this as our voice. We can stream each other's displays here and watch each other as well, so it makes it more interactive. And obviously watch BB games. Sometimes I'll put my Xbox up there if I'm playing a game besides Fight Night Champion, which there isn't many of. But anyways, like I say, that is it for today. If you are thinking of signing up to DAZN, you should use my referral link, which is also in the description. If you do use it, you will get a month free. I'm impressed with DAZN. I've just signed up to it, and there's a lot of archive fights there, but the quality of their productions has gotten really good, so get into it, and I shall catch you next time. I'm Jonas from Big Boys Boxing, and I'm out. See you! Subscribe to BBBoxing. That's the one. Yeah. Good luck.